Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
What up? Good morning. Welcome everybody to another edition of See You in the Morning. I'm your host, Thug Life Cassidy today. You put this on, you either become a professional boxer or killer. You can kind of wear it on the half like this here. Right here is just a normal guy. Right here is I'm going out to get coffee. There's a little chill in the air. But once you put this on like this, then it's give me the loot, give me the loot. You see where I'm at? Give me the coffee. Give me the loot. There's a difference. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. You may be saying to yourself, what exactly is See You in the Morning? See You in the Morning is my horrible idea to get up in the morning and just be like, hey, how y'all doing? And then give you way too much of my business. I'm talking about just way too much. I mean, just like, hey, listen, you didn't need all that. But I still give it to you. You feel me? Even though you didn't need it, I gave it to you. So that's what I do on this show every morning around 7:15-ish. Now, if you've watched this show before and you found it not robbery to come back and watch again, man, good morning. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Here's what we're going to do today, man. Anybody that watches the show knows the only thing that actually makes any sense, is decent and in order, is in the morning I get up and I speak to everybody. If you ain't sleep with me, I'm going to speak with you. And so I'm going to go ahead and speak to those people. The first three people get the M&Ms, the mythical medals. Those are for the people who speak first. You know, you can't do anything with these medals. You can't pawn them. But that would be the first thing I would look forward to. I don't know how long I would have my Olympic medal. Like, it's all good. You put it in a little cabinet. But after about a week and a half, I'm going to probably go ahead and send that all to the pawn shop. I'm probably going to put it on eBay. If I ever want a gold medal in the Olympics, it's pretty surely going to be in somebody else's hands. I'm not going to have it for long. I'm going to keep it for a little bit for sentimental sake, but after that thing's got to get pawned. You can always look up that I won it, but I'm going to pawn it. Anyway, winning the bronze medal today is Ida. Good morning, Ida, with the bronze. Jamie, woo, with the silver medal. And winning the gold this morning is Crystal Tasty Panel. I've got a real bone to pick with Crystal, because Crystal and I went to high school together. Now, unfortunately, we both grew up afterward. Well, I grew up. Crystal kind of remained right there at the same height. You can say that about her pretty much since pre-K. She didn't grow. But anyway, we went to a rival school. We went to a school, and the rival school had their homecoming. And I saw her at the rival school's homecoming in the rival school's colors. Really upset me. I really got a bone. Crystal, when we see each other, I'm going to look down and I'm going to talk to you very sternly. I'm going to sternly talk to you. I was highly disappointed in you wearing another school's colors, especially that particular school. Very disappointed. Completely hurt. I don't even know what to say about it, but we'll move on. So that was Crystal with the gold, Jamie with the silver, and Ida with the bronze. Also, here's the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Good morning. My man Keith Brown is here. Tanya is here. The Pope, Reverend Dr. Bishop Calvin J. Hill in the building. Dolores is here. Princess, just like Candy. Rochelle is here. Melissa Kuther, good morning. Marche Trouble is in the building. JD, don't call me Martin Luther the King. Steve is here. Kim Cat is in the building. Melba, she's here. Wilberta, good morning. Eartha, Delisa, Betty, good morning. Eminem, Michelle's in here. Franita, good morning. Lasha Unda is in the building. What up, Snoop, my main man, Carol Wilson. Shout out to Elizabeth City State University pulling off a huge upset this weekend. Virginia State was undefeated in the foosball, and Elizabeth City State said, bet you won't be when you leave here. Bet you take this L with you. And so they did. Shannon Jamil, my good friend Tam is in the building. Tam put me up on game. My good friend Tam is my good friend. My good friend. I saw Tam in Greensboro, North Carolina this weekend. Shout out to her son. Her son's finna be playing Major League Baseball. The boy is dedicated to the game. He plays hard. He is one of a dying breed. They say that black kids aren't playing baseball the way that they used to. And if you actually go and look at the numbers in baseball, we haven't had the black kids out there playing baseball like we used to. Black kids used to play baseball. I grew up playing out Charles Pete. Used to be full of black kids. Black kids all over the place. We played well. We may not have been as technically advanced as some of the kids of other persuasions, but we really played a lot of baseball. Now, not so much. Now we're playing basketball all year round. It used to be, here's the thing, if we can be honest about it, anybody who really follows sports and the development of sports can agree with me on this. When we were growing up, you never specialized at a sport until you got to high school. And even in high school, you didn't specialize as a sport. You just ended up being better at one sport than the other. So when we were growing up, there was no I play basketball, that's it. When you was a kid, basketball season, you play basketball. Football season, you play football. Baseball season, you play baseball. You rotated between all those three, you know. Then when you got to high school is when you learn you can run track. You didn't know anything about running track as a kid. Anybody run track as a kid? When I was a kid, there wasn't nowhere for you to run. There wasn't no tracks. So you play baseball, basketball, football. You just rotated between those three. Then once you got if you got to middle school, you learn about the band, so you could be in the band, but you ain't get a chance to march on Wednesdays. You marched in high school. You played everything growing up. And so now we had a whole bunch of black kids playing baseball because one of us to play baseball, so you play baseball. And even your outside play corresponded with what was happening nationally. During football season, everybody went outside to play football. During basketball season, you played basketball. During baseball season, you found somewhere to go play some baseball. You threw the ball around, played baseball, you broke window. When the last time somebody broke a window? I mean, if you think about it, man, kids ain't breaking windows. I mean, they doing it in a crime way. But like as far as playing ball, you ain't had no kids breaking no windows. You ain't had nobody hit the ball over into somebody else's yard. That's a thing of the past. It used to be you hit the ball over into Miss Johnson's backyard and you were so scared to go and get it. You were scared to go get the ball. You'd be mad. I mean, why'd you hit it over there? My fault. It was a home run, though. You were feeling good about yourself. You chose the dilemma. Do I hit this home run and know we'll never get that ball back because she got a dog in the backyard or she just don't like people in her backyard? We learned how to trespass early. You had to be able to get in and get out. You had to learn how to hop that fence real quick. Kids don't even go outside anymore. Kids now do all the outside activities on the game. Anything that was an outdoor activity when we was a kid, they found a video game so they could do it. Keith knows she had a dog in that backyard. And even if the dog won't in the backyard, I'm going to tell y'all for me, even if the dog won't there that day, I know the dog used to poop outside. See, this is how our society is falling down. Dogs used to poop in the backyard. Now they got them house trained. They got little doggy toilets. They got insurance for dogs, all kinds of stuff. The dog ain't the same no more. Dogs ain't the same. The dog is broken down. Now the kid is broken down. Everything's broken down. Now kids specialize. Now you meet a kid, you be like, what sports do you play? And there ain't no S on it. Ain't no S on it. In case you wanted to know, Snoop, Granby did beat Norcom 13-12. So Norcom lost their homecoming 13-12. It's a different time. Kids now specialize in the sport. You used to go and say a kid played all of them. Now I meet a kid say, I only play basketball. I only play volleyball. I only play this. There are only certain games kids play now. And Snoop, you knew Granby won that game. One thing about Norcom, if they lose a game, ain't nobody gonna mention that. Now, if they win a game, oh, that score is plastered all over the media social. They lose one, they ain't gonna never post that. Now that's one thing. Norcom alumni gonna hide a loss. The Norcom alumni base is hiding a loss. They ain't letting that jump off. That ain't jumping off. Kids used to play it all. They don't play it all now. So I've seen Tam. Tam's son plays baseball. And I think and James, I saw you your pictures. You had some pictures out there. You was out there dog walking. Good morning, Sharon D. Anderson. Good morning, Pastor Shy. I saw Tam down at the baseball thing. Her son plays baseball. He was in Greensboro for a showcase, showing off for some colleges, letting these colleges know, hey, I'm a Negro that plays basketball. Baseball. When I looked out, I saw the kids. I went and met her up there. I saw the kids. It was a lot. It was a lot of mayo, but this one was at a HBCU, so it was more barbecue sauce in there. There was more barbecue sauce in the mix. And Tam was there. And this is for my ladies and my fellas. I need y'all both to know this. Tam brought out something that I never knew was happening. Tam said, hey, fellas. Yeah, David, it's every day. We've been doing this every day, David. It's irregular, but it's regular. This is a regular show. We do this every day around 7:15. You tune right in every day. This is where you can catch me. Tam came to me, and Tam made out a perfect point. We were sitting there talking about the goodness of the Lord, because that's what we do when we meet each other. First thing we say is TGBTG, to God be the glory. We be like, hey, how you? And she be like, blessed and highly favored. And she brought out to me, she said, all the single daddies is out here today. Of course, I wasn't looking for the single dads, but I happened to be a single dad, and I was out there, and I wasn't even there to see it. I just happened to be there. She said, all the single dads are here, and I'm not looking presentable. You know, she said, all us moms is out here the same thing, a hoodie, some tight slippers, and a little jacket. Fellas, start going to these athletic events with your kids, if you're single, knowing they out there looking for you. They noticing you, fellas. This is your time to shine, guys. And here's what you got to do. You got to be ready for potential. I'm going to tell you right now, the women ain't going to be dressed for success when they come to bring these kids to these early morning games. When they bring them to these Pop Warner games, early morning soccer games, early morning baseball games, they ain't finna have it on. They ain't got it all together yet. But this the thing. You meeting the real her. You meeting the real her. If you want to meet the real woman, and especially when you get a certain age, fellas, you can hang it up. If you over 35, don't expect to meet a woman without kids. It's a kid somewhere. The child is somewhere. She got one somewhere. Now, she was smart. She started having her babies at 16, 17. The baby might be out the house. But find them women. See, Snoop, you don't want the one that's just leaving the club. Leave that one alone, because she ain't about that life. Most of them are coming in there. They're not ready. They in a potential state. They are kinetic beauty. Potential. No, they're not. They potential beauty, not kinetic. Potential beauty. You got to wait. If you can accept what she looks like at that Little League game, just know she going to look a lot better a little later. She going to look a little bit better. If you can scoop her up then and her potential, just know that kinetic beauty going to be a lot different. This your time. Now, fellas, you got to be on full display. I'm telling you now, full display. Here's some tips, fellas, that's going to help you with these ladies at these sporting events. Have items for your child. She watching. Oh, yeah, now she got on bonnet and slippers. Don't go that far. But she's watching. I'm telling you now, fellas, they watching. The ladies is watching everything that you do. If you the dad that come to the game and he be like, oh man, I left my glove. Don't worry about it, son. I got a spare glove right here. Bam. She be like, oh my goodness. He thought ahead. He's a planner. If you come in, you be like, hey son, I got drinks for you whenever you need them. Boom, boom, boom. Even if you taking your daughter to the game, hey, I got this stuff. Here's a blanket, here's a coat. And they watching your skills. And they like, oh my goodness. He's a good daddy and he fine. All you got to do, fellas, and you ain't even got to really be dressed up either, fellas. I'm telling you now, a sweatsuit to do it for you. Right here, this is all you need. You just need a sweatsuit. And you in there, GTD. If you can show those skills there, GTD. You're getting the draws. I'm telling you now, those ladies come looking. Fellas, you out there and just, all you need is a little sweatsuit, a tracksuit, the swish pants. You know what swish pants are? Those are tracksuits that you can hear when you walk. You just about you always want to wear, that's what you wear to the strip club. You put on a pair of swish pants, because that gives you maximum cheek to groin contact, because it ain't a lot of material in between there. So you want to go cheek to groin contact, swish pants. That's what you want to do. Now, you didn't tell me the rest of the stuff. You didn't tell me, Tam. Look at that. Look at the ladies. They're admitting it, fellas. If you clean, you got on snacks, a blanket, and a smile, you in there. I'm telling you now, fellas, if you the coach, you put it up a whole nother level. Especially, I'm telling y'all now, fellas, y'all got to listen to me. Especially if you coaching and you don't have a kid on the team. Man, it's an aphrodisiac. If she see you stepping up for other kids, she feel like you'll step up for hers. Coaching without a kid on the team. Now, if you got a kid on the team, she expects you to be coaching. She's like, okay, you the coach, your kid is on the team. And you still get bonus points for coaching. But if you talking about making it into the super extra multiplier, coaching and you ain't got a kid on the team, panty dropper. They doing all kinds of stuff. Now, I don't know, and I'm telling y'all this, and I always failed in this area. I was never any good at it. If we could take just a moment, just to be honest. I used to look around at my friends when I was coaching. I started coaching when I was 18 years old. I coached for about 15, 20 years of coaching. Right? And I coached on every level. I coached from high school down. I haven't coached college sports yet, but I coached on every level from high school down: football, baseball, basketball, soccer. I'm trying to make sure I got all the sports that I coached: football, baseball, basketball, and soccer. And I looked around the landscape of coaching. There was some coaches out there slaying. Oh my gosh. It was some coaches that I know, they was getting it. A mom per game. They were team mom every week. They was getting it in. They were eating good. The moms making sure they ate good. And they ate good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When the moms made sure they ate good and that they ate good. You know what I'm saying? I failed in that region. I was not considered a sexy coach. I was not a sex coach. I was not the coach that anybody felt. And I'm telling you, Shannon, all that coaching still remained a virgin. The moms didn't care about me like that. The moms didn't see me in that way. The moms didn't see me in that way. I could not parlay my coach, and maybe it was because I was laser focused on coaching the kids. When I was out there, I was focused on coaching the kids, making the team better, making sure the kids had a pleasant experience. I cared about the kids. I wasn't even checking for the moms. I would be distant. I would get a team mom, and my team mom handled the team. I didn't even talk to the parents. I was at practice once, and one of our coaches, one of the kids asked the coach why he was leaving the house. Hey, coach, why was you at my house this morning? Well, I don't understand. Was you and my mama doing Bible study? Because there was a whole lot of, oh my God. I heard my mama calling out to the Lord a lot. I know you a Christian. I'm just telling y'all, fellas, y'all can get in there. And so, David, here's the thing. I don't even know if the potential was there. I think maybe if I had acted on it, and I look back over some of the kids whose moms, they was like, hey, you coach my son, you know, and they were like, hey, you remember you used to coach my son? Now I realize I could have been. I probably could have just been going. I could have been going on, you know. The kids were like, hey, coach, you left some balloons in my mama's room. I did blow them up, though. If you want them, I can bring them to you next time. They was all wet. I'm missing all the hints. James, they were probably throwing it at me. I'm missing all the hints. I slept on it. It was moms out there. I'm telling you, they was ready. It seemed like they was ready. I missed it. I don't know what I was doing. I let it all slide by. Some days I say to myself, let me go back to coaching. I'm never doing high school coaching again. Can't do it. Never doing high school coaching again. But if y'all see me pop up as a Pop Warner coach, I'm popping more than just Warner. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. I wouldn't be, listen, if y'all find me and be like, hey, my Saturdays are busy because I'm coaching Pop Warner, I'm telling y'all now, I've decided to pop more than just Warner. If you see me back coaching Little League football, it's a reason. I don't know what her name will be, but that's more. Pop Warner or Pop Coochie. It ain't about the kids. No, I'm not. No, ain't no kids. You're right, Keith. And it's not for any of the. Let me tell you something. I'm a full adult out here. Ain't no R. Kelly going on. I don't care what the kids do, but somebody's mama got me out there. Somebody's mama got me out there. All right, I'm gonna wrap this show up. We already at 22 minutes, and I know what y'all want to know. Let me go into the weekend in review. The weekend in review. So this weekend was a big weekend. I went down to Greensboro, which is where my daughter attends college. My daughter attends the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. UNCG is what they call the school. That's what they affectionately call the school, UNCG. And they don't have a football team. They lack a football team. So they got to be creative in doing some of the things that they do. They lack a football team, so they got to be creative. So they don't have your traditional homecoming. Traditionally, homecoming is during a football game. They don't have the traditional homecoming because they had no football team. When you got no football team, you can't have a traditional football homecoming. So this is what they decided to do. They have homecoming, but they also have parent and family weekend. Family weekend. They want everybody to come through. Everybody can come through. Now, I will say this. Now, people be like, oh, she's missing out. It sucks that they don't have that team. I will say this, though. North Carolina A&T is right down the street. Anytime that she wants to go and have that experience, anytime she wants to go and Negro it up, she can. She can go right down the street, North Carolina A&T, and they will allow it. They will allow it. They got the same colors, everything. Matter of fact, I saw a lot of the A&T kids over at my daughter's school. I don't know what's going on. I want to try to let y'all get a glimpse of what went on over there, but it's refusing my services. So I went to go hang out. Now, if you've been watching the show, if you've been paying attention to anything, there were some moments of worry for me because I was concerned because my daughter recently came out and told me that she had been dating a young man. The young man's name was Xander. They had been on a few dates. They had been to the zoo together. They had been to I forgot all the places they said they had been. They've been riding around town getting it, but hopefully not getting it in. And I was concerned, and I wanted to go down there and meet Xander. I wanted to meet Xander. I needed to know. She had been to his fencing matches and all this stuff. So I was going down there, and I said, what are the chances, that my daughter had gone and met the one Negro in the world that fences? The fencing black kid named Xander. I held back. Xander wasn't at all of a Negro persuasion. But I met him. Great guy. I met Xander. He came in. He was really awkward. He was really nervous. That's what I liked about it. Xander came in. He was immediately afraid of me. I didn't take any pictures of Xander for his own good. Let me just show you some of the highlights of the bonfire. Was amazing. Now, I don't know how I felt about a lot of white people being excited about a fire in the South. That could be taken the wrong way. That could be misconstrued, but that was the bonfire. This is me and Nyla at the bonfire. As you can see, I'm still somewhat concerned. They, of course, had a soccer game instead of football. That's where they did the homecoming court and all that stuff. It was at the soccer game. It was packed full of people. And this is my daughter trying to bite my face off. As you can see, I got my UNCG shirt on. I met Xander, and I met a lot of her friends. I met a lot of the friends. I met a lot of her friends. Nyla has a wide array of friends. I didn't take any pictures of Xander. But the parent weekend, it was an experience. Listen, I experienced stuff at that one that I've never experienced in all my years of going to HBCU homecomings. First and foremost, they asked you to sign up. They gave us so much stuff. I've never ever. He's Xander from Arkansas. They gave us so much stuff. Listen, black colleges do this. Nobody had to worry about having North Carolina Greensboro stuff. You know why? Because they gave it to us. When we got there, they gave everybody a T-shirt. If you were there for family weekend, they gave you a T-shirt. If you just showed up for homecoming, they just gave you T-shirts. It was T-shirts for everybody. They gave us yellow towels and ink pens and stickers and magnets. They gave you so much stuff. The advertising, it'll never happen at NSU. You never go into a Norfolk State game and Norfolk State just going to give you T-shirts to wear that day. First of all, because we are worried about what we look like. We're not going to take this shirt. I came home. I had to get a whole nother suitcase just for stuff that they gave me at the game. They gave me a copious amount of stuff. I was walking around with a book bag just to keep all the stuff that they had. Now, the music choices, the DJ was there. It was cool. They gave us a meal. I'm talking about they gave everybody, they fed everybody. They had chicken, fried fish. They had a succotash. That was a bit off. I didn't know why they gave us succotash. And I thought the succotash was gonna be hot. Then it was cold. And I was like, oh yeah, this is disgusting. They had banana pudding, regular pudding, they had macaroni and cheese. Listen, they were giving out blocks of macaroni and cheese. It was you get a whole square of macaroni. It was a buffet. It was a buffet. And his name, Snoop, everything was seasoned. I was shocked. I was appalled. I didn't know. Apparently, some blacks work in the kitchen. Everything was seasoned. It was great. It was a great time. You had no parking, was free. There were plenty of parking spaces. You can get in and do whatever you want to. They opened up all the parking lots for you to come and park. It was a great time. It was plenty of seating. You can come in. They had tents set up to sit down. It's fantastic. Overall, grade A experience. It wasn't ratchet at all. I'm going to tell y'all this. I felt completely safe at that homecoming. I'm not going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you. And Tam already knows. It was completely different. I feel completely different about A&T's homecoming. They call it G-Ho. It's going to be a lot of after that G down there. And I had to give her warnings about going to the black one. I told her she could feel free, run around, be free, do whatever you wish. But I told her if she goes to that A&T homecoming, don't you pet that dog. And I'm going to say this, and there may be some members of this great fraternity available, and I apologize. the Q's had a mixer. I told Nolly, you can go to any event you want to. You're not allowed to go to that mixer. I said, you do not go to that Omega Psi 5 mixer, and don't you pet any dogs. And my child's so green. She's like, oh my God, there's going to be dogs there? Yes, but not the kind that you are allowed to be around. I told her off the top, don't you pet that dog. Matter of fact, I went and called one of my friends that's an Omega who got some pull, and he said, don't worry about it. She's on the not allowed list. I got you. He's like, I would advise her not to go. He told me himself, I advise her not to go. I called a Q, and he told me, yeah, no, don't let your daughter go. You got to be at least a junior, somewhere near a senior, before as a woman, you know what you're getting into. Don't pet them dogs. Leave them alone. You can hang with all the cappers you want. All y'all gonna end up doing is sharing makeup tips. I'm fine with that. You can hang with all the alphas you want. All y'all gonna do is start studying and sharing clothes. I don't have a problem with it. You can hang with all the Sigmas you want to. Great guys. Upstanding citizens. And if you can find iota, you can hang with them because they're mythical creatures. But what you're not doing, going into Q parties. Not allowed. Not allowed. I actually got a tracker on her phone. She don't even know it. But if she walks foot into a Q party, my phone starts to go off and I will be in Greensboro immediately. Now, absolutely not happening. She can go to all the alpha cup. She can go to all the tri-delts, all of that. Because my daughter don't drink. So I ain't even worried about that. Not having it. Not having it. We got to really watch what we're doing. That's the only protection. I didn't have any problem with her doing any party. She could have went to the black party. She could do whatever she wanted to. But if she was like that purple and gold party, don't do it. I got to warn my child about going to GHO. Don't drink any colored drinks. Any specialty drink that you get from a fraternity, don't drink it. I don't care what it is. Blue juice, purple juice, gold juice, anything known by color, don't drink it. Don't take your own drinks. Anybody got time? Ain't nobody got time. We're not playing those games. We're not doing this. Warn your daddies, warn your daughters. You bring your own drinks. If it's got a color scheme to it, don't you drink it. If it's got a nickname, Jungle Juice, don't you drink it. I talked to a pastor this weekend. He went to a high school one. He goes out. He tells me this story. He said, hey, man, I'll tell you what happened to me. I was at the high school homecoming. Somebody was selling cookies and brownies. I was a little hungry. I was like, ooh, let me get a cookie. She's like, ooh, each cookie is $7. And he was like, oh, that's expensive for a cookie. But he had already asked for the cookie. He was like, let me get that cookie. Let me get a cookie. He was on his way to get a cookie. He said he paid $7 for the cookie. He bit the cookie. Somebody was like, does he know what's in that cookie? It was a weed cookie. He had to spit the whole cookie out. I'm telling her, as much as my daughter loves pastries, leave the pastries alone. Don't you be down there eating no cookies. Don't you drink no blue juice. Courtney, you say what you want to say. I don't drink blue juice. I feel like if I'm out there, if I'm at home coming drink blue juice, I'm probably going to end up losing my virginity. I don't have time. I got to make sure, because see, here's the difference. You know, at the PWI colleges, PWIs, it's okay. Liquor is accepted. They got bars on campus. We went to the soccer game. They were selling beer and alcohol. Here, have a Bud Light. You can't buy a beer at a Norfolk State game. Not from Norfolk State. Maybe somebody that's out there. In Norfolk State, they tell you it's a dry campus. You ain't supposed to have drinks. But they know everybody drinking. They just turn a blind eye. HBCUs ain't selling alcohol. HBCU is a BYOB. And as a dad, that's it. This is the whole thing. Here's the whole thing. Here's the whole thing about when your daughter goes to college. As a dad, when your son goes to college, you just like, go ahead, son, do your thing. Huh? You feel good about it. You just send them off. Look at my son going out to be a man. Where to go, son? You just let your son go. Your daughter goes. When your son goes to college, that's the only penis you're worried about. You're like, son, hey, I'm gonna tell you now, you don't have to fill every slot. Just pretend now that your penis is a coin and college is a casino. Just remember, when you go in that casino and you got that coin, you can't stick it in every slot. Every now and again, you hit a jackpot. But most of the time, you're not going to get your coin back the way that it went in. Protect your coin. That's all you let everybody, you let your son know, hey, but that's the only penis you're worried about. When your daughter goes to school, you're worried about every single penis out there. There's not a little penis on that campus that you don't find yourself concerned with. Because you know the motives. I'm telling you now, men, when they send their daughters to college, that's when you really find out what kind of man he was at his age. You find out, ladies, if you want to know what kind of man you had. Oh, listen, Keisha, let me tell you something. You got to protect your slot, fellas. I'm in no way homophobic. But man, it is so much gayer on campus than it was when I was in school. When I was in school, you had an occasional, it would pop up. You got the girls' basketball team, and then there'll be a few more. It is. Old people would not be able to be on campus now. Old people wouldn't be able to take it. It was nothing but guy hand holding. Listen, the level of male zest. Oh, that school was fully clean because it was zestfully clean. It was a lot of zest on campus. It was zest everywhere. Them guys were zesty. It was most definitely plenty of zest on campus. But that seems to be, that's what you got to expect now. That is what our society is. And that's what it is now. Now, so I wasn't worried about that. But my daughter. Now let's talk about that. And then I'm leaving. Karen, I'm glad you used that word right there, Snoop. I was sitting around with Nyla and her friends. I was sitting around with Nyla and her friends. We went to a wing spot. It's me, Nyla. I think Xander may have gotten there at this time. Her friend Mo. Jay was there. Sawad. It was like Nyla. It was like her whole crew, right? And me. We just having a good time. They like, oh my God, we love your dad. Your dad's so funny. I'm learning that Nyla finds rich kids. Nyla went to school rich. She didn't go rich, but she went around rich kids. She found all the rich kids on campus. One of her little friends, we went to a coffee shop. I'm going to be the cool dad and buy my daughter and her friend. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the coffee for them. She orders her coffee. Before I could be like, hey, I got it. She pulls out her American Express card. I was like, hey, can you add this to hers, please? Because I was like, she got an American Express. She can clearly afford to pay for my coffee too. I was on my way. I was like, oh, I didn't know you had American Express friends. I did not. Her other friend, Mo, he's like, my dad owns an Italian restaurant. I was like, oh, so you got a restaurant owner, American Express over here. There's a lot happening. My daughter, as always, she has a rainbow coalition of friends. It's black girls, Muhammad, I'm not even really sure what he is ethnically. Girl straight from Africa. Both her parents are African, white, Greek. It's all kinds of stuff, right? So we sitting at the table and we just talking. Blah, 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 blah. I make a comment and the young girl says, Nyla, your dad is so sassy. And I almost choked her. I was like, you don't call a man sassy. I'm a grown man. I'm not sassy. Then not only did she call me sassy, they went through and they made all kinds of innocent, just because they're young people and they don't know no better jokes. She called me sassy. Then the other girl looked up sassy and she gave me some synonyms. She's like, I mean, you're not sassy. She looked up synonyms. She's like, maybe you're bold, brazen. And then she called me cheeky. I was like, cheeky? Like they said, you're calling me a cheeky bastard? It was rough. This was the black girl. She called me sassy and cheeky. She said I was bold and brazen. I was really, really upset. Really upset. And then at one point, they started calling in and calling. She's like, my dad is sassy. I was like, wait, what? She's like, I call my dad sassy all the time. I was like, no. Then we at the table and somebody does this. They do a sign language. And I realized in sign language, this means bald-headed. And I was like, so now y'all are calling me bald too? So now I'm at the table. They call me sassy. They call me bald. And then they start going and start talking about stuff from back in, man, way back in the 1900s. Wait, what? And then they started talking about old people. They're like, man, old people, man, there's people out here like 35, 40 years old. Well, wait, whoa. How's that old? I felt some kind of way. They called me old, bald, sassy. There's a lot happening. Then they started talking about back in the 1900s. I was like, but wait, whoa, what? First of all, I hate that. I hate that because it makes it seem like it was 100 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. They be like, well, y'all, you know how y'all did it back in the 1900s. In the 1900s, watch your mouth. I told you, you got one more time to call me sassy and I'm going to find your mama. And she going to be writing you a letter. And then you're going to try to figure out why your family is broke up. Call me sassy again. I'm going to find your mama. And then you're going to be trying to figure out why your mom and dad are getting divorced. So here's the thing, Snoop. For the rest of the time I was there, I was showing them sassy. I was like, hey, you got cheerleaders? They're sassy. That is sassy. That is a sassiness. That guy right there, sassy. I'm not sassy. And then she was like, no, it's not that. She said, maybe I said it wrong. It was just that you quick with the comments. Yeah, but that don't make me sassy. Call me quick with it. You do anything else, but I ain't sassy. I didn't say hey in no time, Betty. There's a difference between sassy and even smart mouth, quick witted. My mouth is terrible. I admit that, but I'm not sassy. They hit me with that. You whack, you twisted, your girl's old, you broke. The kid ain't yours, and everybody knows. Your old man say you're stupid. I get it. It was a lot, so I'm not hanging with her friends anymore. Even though they love me. They're like, oh my God, Mr. Gordon! Nyla, we love your daddy. I mean, they do. Nyla's all mad. There it is again, Dad. Now my friends love you more than they love me. It's not the point. It's not true at all. I ain't still tight about it. I just thought about it when he put up the word sass. I had let it go. I had put it in the furthest recesses of my mind and then brought it back up. Ain't no pop jumping off over here, Keisha. Lakeisha, you working on getting banned from the show. You are no longer a friend of the show with that pop comment. That's the one that got you banned. And I was gonna go in on all them kids, but I didn't want to cause mental, because my daughter. And so here's the hard part, Al. I wanted to go in with any kid. You know, I wanted to kind of let them know about themselves. And a couple of times I did. A couple of times I did hit them, but it was a little light jab. I didn't throw no haymakers. I hit them with a jab every now and again just to let them know how I'm living. But my daughter is into mental health. She's got a group on campus that she started called the Care Bears, and it's all about making them all feel good and helping them to ease the transition of no longer living at home or being away from their parents and family. So, you know, she's trying to help kids with their mental health. I feel like if I come in and I wreck all their mental health and make them feel bad, I'm the antithesis of what my daughter's trying to do. I'll tell you what, though, she called me sassy again. I'm finding her mama. Call me sassy one more time, and your mama's getting this business. All right, that was all. I would have destroyed everything my daughter was trying to create. All right, I'm out, man. Listen, I hope it's a magnificent Monday for all of y'all, man. I hope you have a fantastic time. Let me go ahead and throw these sponsors up real quick before I go. Don't forget about my spot. Where my sponsors go? Oh yeah, Save Dish. If you no, that's not it. But this is Noir Soul featuring Stout, Samat, and my man Chris Wilkes, who sings the theme song. Y'all go check that out. That's December 2nd. You got time to plan for that. If you're in the New Jersey area, 1111, Save Dish, but God Knows My Heart, Billionaire Comedy. I would tell y'all to go buy tickets, but I think it just sold out. If y'all are in the area and y'all still doing line dancing, the line dance experience with Lynette that's going on in Newport News, I think the date on that one is the 15th of November, if I'm not mistaken. On the 15th of November, that's going on. And Mixed Fit with Jennifer, that's 12 o'clock. Oh, that already happened. My bad. I take it back. So you missed that if you didn't go. But if you are interested in advertising your event, whatever you're doing, y'all please let me know. And we can talk about the rates for y'all coming on here and being a part of the show and helping me financially. I used to put my Cash App up there, but y'all won't paying attention to that anyway. So I just what up, Mark? That's my dude, man. What up? Which y'all can always reach out to me on any form of social media is at Cletus Comedy, CLETUS Comedy. Y'all can reach out to me and be like, hey, I got this that I want to go ahead and put out there and let people know about. Boom, I got you. Reasonable prices. Y'all can get it done. And we'll make it work. That sound good to y'all? I'm sure it does. Hey, listen, you know how we do. We master Monday. If we master the Monday, then the rest of the week has no choice but to bow down to us. Let's go out there and make Monday great. If we show Monday, we mean business. Like Joel Hammer Stanley or Lowell, whatever. We mean business. We go out there, boom, beat down Monday. The rest of the week is going to be great. Rod, I'm trying to get out there, man. Big shout out to my man, Rod Tasco. Rod, I got to tell you this before you get here. I got to take a break in my regular schedule programming. I got to tell you this, Rod. Big shout out to my man, Rod. His son is out there doing it big. He's playing football. He's playing basketball. And he's playing lacrosse. Killing it, Jim Brown style on the lacrosse field. I got all week to mention Manners Homecoming. I got a show in Denver on Thursday, Rod, but I'm going to try to be back to make some sort of appearance at Homecoming. But, Rod, I got to let you know, yesterday, this kind of hurts me a little bit to say it. Yesterday, I had a show over at the Kroc Center, which is on Ballantyne Boulevard near our beloved alma mater, Norfolk State University. And I was at the Kroc Center, and I felt a little twang in my stomach, you know? And I was like, ooh, I'm going to just walk across the street. This is going to hurt me a lot to say. I'm going to walk across the street to Feather and Fin and just grab me, you know, a chicken sandwich for Feather and Fin real quick while I'm waiting to perform. And Rod, man, Feather and Fin ain't even open, bro. Now, what I'm being told is that it's renovations. You know, I'm being told that it's just renovations, but I saw the bags up in the windows. I see the windows, and it just hurt me a little bit. You know, I was trying to go over to the Feather and Fin, man. I seen all the brown bags in the windows. I don't want you to come down, Rod. I don't want you to come down, and because I know whenever you come home, you go to that particular Feather and Fin. I think the other locations are still running smooth, but it ain't the same. They're saying it's renovations, man. From what I'm hearing, they're saying renovations. So maybe they just changing the grease. I don't know, but it's brown bags all up in the windows, man. It hurt, Rod. So I don't want you to come down and show up and then see that, you know. So I feel like somebody should tell you, Rod. You the first person I thought of when I saw it. I was like, yo, no, how? It's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yo, Rod, send me a flyer for the all black. I know y'all got the all black. Is great. Yeah, and the Tidewater Drive one ain't the same. It's a different, same name, different jank. Yeah. Oh no, Rod, I had to let you know, bro. Ain't nobody told me nothing. Yeah, that'll work. We're gonna have a great week, man. Master your Monday. The rest of the week will bow down to you. It's gonna be fantastic, man. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Happy homecoming to all my Spartans. This starts the Norfolk State's homecoming week. You don't really, as an older person, you don't even really get turned up on Monday. Monday ain't what you do. You start your anticipation on Wednesday. Thursday's your travel day. Friday, you hitting the ground running. So that's going to be great, man. Norfolk State homecoming is not your typical homecoming. In my personal opinion, it's the best homecoming, hands down. The best HBCU homecoming out there. Probably the best homecoming in the whole wide world. We embrace everybody. So behold the green and gold. That's going on all week. Happy homecoming. And my Manor Mustang / Wilson Presidents, all homecoming is this weekend too. So it's my college and my high school homecoming. So Manor, Wilson homecoming, as well as Norfolk State homecoming. Everybody should just be home. We got all the WAC homecomings out the way. All the WAC homecomings have been out the way. So that's great. And just to be fair, we'll also be doing a tag-along program. What we decided is for colleges with inept and not that great homecomings, we decided that if you have your homecoming on this week, we can show you how to really do it. So we're doing a homecoming mentorship program with Hampton this week. So Hampton is having their homecoming, and they'll be taking advice from Norfolk State all week. What up, Clarence? That's my guy. They'll be taking lessons. They'll be taking lessons. So if you went to Hampton, you can watch what we're doing at Norfolk State and just try to emulate that. So that's what we're doing, man. It's like a big brother, big sister program for homecomings. So we're doing that for Hampton. So y'all are welcome, Hampton. Y'all are welcome. We'll be showing y'all at the same time how homecoming should be. So shout outs to them. And any insignificant homecomings that happened over the weekend, we're not going to discuss about them, but we're good. Yeah, they're Blue School, whatever it is. Y'all, they'll probably have something like a nail painting competition or something. It's really, and then I don't know what the women will do over there, but we're out. Michelle, there's a lot of hatred coming from your statement, so we're going to move on from that. I'm going to go ahead and play the theme music before I have to say something bad about the flea school, about the mutts and their thing. I'm out. So, hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been a fantastic weekend. Shout out Juliet, the ECSU SCU man, doing great. Nationally ranked HBCU man. She's great. I'm out.
Take your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off